Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Miller, right field. Batting second and playing center field, number 23, Maxwell. Maxwell, center field. Batting third, the third baseman, number 4, Brabham. Brabham, third base. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 22, Carter. Carter, catcher. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 9, Blanchard. Blanchard, pitcher. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 24, Wilkinson. Wilkinson, left field. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 14, Djokovic. Djokovic, first base. Batting eighth and playing second base, 00, Johnson. Johnson, second base. Number 9, the shortstop. Number 13, Leak. Leak, the shortstop. The head coach for Co-Lin is the very successful Malia Howard, and she is assisted by Amber Beal and Drake Flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Co-Lin Wolves, Lady Wolves. And today's lineup for your Lady Indians, ranked number 6 in the country, 16-4 overall, 8-2 in the conference, the defending state tournament champions. Leading off and playing center field, number 1, Mackenzie Patterson. Patterson. Batting second and playing left field, number 20, Katie Rutledge. Rutledge. Batting third, the catcher, number 7, Kara Hayes. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 24, Brianna Posey. Posey. Batting sixth, the DP, number 15, Madison Jenkins. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 6, Hannah Henry. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 30, Connor Stevens. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 5, Katie Boatner. And in the flex slot is the pitcher, number 3, Madison Burris. The head coach for the Lady Indians is Andy Kirk, assisted by Rick Lawson and Kelly Beth Ernest. Ladies and gentlemen, your Lady Indians, we respectfully ask you to stand. Please remove your caps, hats for our national anthem.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Davis Ford pregame show. Game 1 between ICC and Co-Lin. We've got a top 10 matchup today. Co-Lin comes in with a record of 17-1, 12-0 in conference play, ranked number 3 in the country. ICC comes in with a record of 16-4, 8-2 in conference play. They're ranked number 6 in the country. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you to this Davis Ford pregame show. Visit 904 West Main Street in Fulton to experience the Davis Ford difference. Check out davisfordsales.com to see their new and used inventory, and they're probably a par 5 plus par 3 away from us here in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth. We're getting set for that First American National Bank opening pitch. Remember to follow the flag from Iuka to Tupelo to find the First American National Bank location closest to you. They're proudly celebrating 55 years of being a customer-driven and community-focused bank. Well, as we're taking a look now, as they're taking their warm-up tosses here, let's go ahead and take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And let's start with Co-Lin. Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works is proudly serving Tupelo and the surrounding areas. Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works is also a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics and Itawamba Community College. This will be your lineup here for Co-Lin. Leading things off will be the right fielder, Maddie Miller. Shelby Maxwell will be batting second. She's in center field. Carlin Barbram, she'll be the third baseman batting third. Abigail Carter will be the catcher. She's batting fourth. Sierra Blanchard will be pitching. She'll be batting fifth. Madeline Wilkinson will be in left field. She's batting sixth. Bella Dukovic is the first baseman. She's batting seventh. Molly Johnson is batting eighth, playing third base. I've actually got that wrong. I got two third basemen. So as that First American National Bank opening pitch across straight up 1 o'clock, and it goes for a strike from Madison Burris. So yeah, Molly Johnson will be batting in that 8th spot, and Carly Leak will be the shortstop batting in the 9 hole. So a rapid-fire Davis Ford pregame show here in the top of the first inning, as that pitch fouled off, and it goes for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here on Miller. Well, Upton, big ball game today between these two squads, as national ranking coming in the top 10 and placement heading into the conference tournament at the end of the year also on the line.
Definitely. 2 of the top 4 softball teams in Mississippi, 2 of the top 6 in the country, squaring it out here today.
So the count now is 1-2 here. It's Madison Burris inside the circle. We'll take a look at some numbers on her after this pitch. 1-2 offering coming. And that one just outside Burris is wanted it for a strike. Upton, what you got on Burris?
Hey, I've got Madison with 11 appearances so far this year, a 5-3 record, pitched 43.1 innings. She's got 23 earned runs, 9 walks, and 21 strikes for an ERA of 3.72.
2-2 pitch coming. This one swung and fouled off, and a nice job here by Miller to keep this at-bat alive, and she'll stay now at 2-2. An absolute beautiful day for softball here in Fulton. ICC breaking out the new tops here, the gray tops, red pants, and the traditional blue socks with the red and white stripes on them. As that pitch high and inside for a ball, 3-2. Co-Lin, I'm sorry, I know we have blue in our colors here at ICC, but you're not going to beat the Co-Lin blue,
it's a different blue.
Especially when they wear their all blue uniforms like they are today.
It's almost a Kentucky blue with the gray numbers and white pinstriping on the sides.
And that pitch goes high as Miller does a good job of starting things off with a walk. So no outs and a runner on first now. And this will be the center fielder, Shelby Maxwell, coming to the plate.
Maxwell.
So Maxwell will try to get something started here for Co-Lin. Co-Lin 17-1. Have to go back a long way to find their last loss, and that was to traditional powerhouse LSU Eunice when they split with them earlier in the season. Burris's pitch up again, so she's struggling a little bit here early to find the zone as she's working a little bit high in the zone.
Yeah, that's not what we traditionally see from her early in the game. We see her working those outside lower corners to try to set the tone and see what the umpire is going to have for the day, but she has been a little bit high today.
You've got Miller at first, as that one's in there for a strike. Evens up the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, and a runner over at first base. Busy day here in the ICC Sports Information Department as we've got volleyball, who's about to start things off over there at Wallace State for their second match of the day. Baseball, they're playing at Co-Lin. That's going to be at 2 o'clock. You can see that one on the Co-Lin's athletic website as that ball is bunted and it goes foul. 1-2 now is the count here to Maxwell.
Yeah, looks like they may try to go with the hit and run in that situation.
And then also at 2 o'clock, we'll have a makeup game, I guess you can say, as the women's basketball team, a big matchup this afternoon at East Mississippi. We'll try to keep you posted on everything going on today. We also invite you to follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC for more updates there. So Maxwell with a 1-2 count, no outs, and a runner over at first base. Taking her time to get in the box here as a little confusion. I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know. I had a little conversation with the umpire, and then she laughed about it. So
waiting the 1-2 offering here from Burris. And it hit her. Oh.
Yeah, again, another pitch that's a little bit high. Not traditionally what we see Burris doing, but today she's just up in the zone. Hopefully she can correct that and get back on track.
Yeah, so right now Co-Lin's off to a pretty good start here. Runners on first and second with no outs. Looks like ICC is going to make an early move to the bullpen, or at least get somebody to warm up here.
Emily Robinson and Kamaya, I'm just drawing a blank. Kamaya's last name. Hampton are both gone down to the pen.
Yeah, they giving Maxwell a little extra time to walk it off over there on the side. You could hear that thud up here in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation press box. So that one, it hurt.
And it may have hit muscle and nerve as much as bone, because she's really flexing that like you would a stinger or a funny bone.
And that's a drop ball that fell a little too soon there, as this is now Barbram at the plate. She's got a 1-0 count. Well, the Indians, they need to find that first out. As Burris still up in the zone here, now behind the count 2-0. We do want to say a special hellos to those that are watching in support of the Wolves this afternoon, Co-Lin. And also, if she's watching, Miss Natalie Davis, the SID down there at Co-Lin. She does an outstanding job, and you folks down at Co-Lin are extra lucky to have her down there. Coach Kirk wants to come out and talk to the team. We're going to take a quick timeout. Hear a word from First American National Bank and be back with more right after this.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as quick meeting in the circle there. Burris's pitch. She got a piece of it, fouled it off for strike one. 2-1 now is the count. So Barbram at the plate. She's got a good opportunity here. She's got a lot of speed on the bases for Co-Lin here to start the top of the first inning. As that pitch drifts high for a ball, 3-1 now goes the count.
Yeah, she leads their team with a second in their team with a 450 batting average, and also second with 5 home runs. So, she's hitting the ball quite well so far this year.
So 3-1 is the count here. Burris has got to come back with something in the strike zone, and you got to be careful here with the power hitter. Change up, grounder, Indians. There's one, and
this should be runner interference, I believe. No, guess not.
Let's see. So she broke up that double play. And so now, with one out, runners on the corners, this is going to be Carter coming to the plate. So I think the rule on the interference is if they do not slide into the base, if they try to run through it, then you get the interference call. Oh, a little old school play there, breaking up that double play. So with one out now, runners on the corners, the Indians would love to see if they can get another ground ball like that, see if they can turn a Little Caesars double play to get out of the inning. That pitch in there for a strike, and they're going to throw it down and be a stolen base. And some of the fans there wanting ICC to try to get the tag, but if she does turn her back, then the runner's going home.
Right.
So you just give that free pass every day there.
You got to watch that lead runner, most important.
Yeah, smart play there by ICC's defense. Ball gets away, blocked up nicely there by Kara Hayes. But now Co-Lin can really get something going here early with the base hit. As it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third now here for the Wolves.
And Carter leads their team with 7 home runs, so you got to be careful not to get them 3 on the board real quick.
So that pitch inside for a ball. We got Miss Montana in the house, former ICC softball player. So 2-1 is the count here to Carter. Change up in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch there. Evens the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runners at second and third. And the big thing there, Michael, was the fact that they were able to steal second and take off that traditional attempt at a double play.
Indeed, and in this kind of game, a single can get 2.
And there is a single right there. She went from 1 high out of the zone. And that's going to be a RBI single as that one just ripped down the line that time.
The pitcher, Blanchard.
And so that'll go for the first hit of the day, an RBI single that will score Miller, as that was Carter who really and truly kind of just chopped at that one about eye level that time and blistered it down the line. It stayed fair by about 4 or 5 inches, and a good job out there by the left fielder for ICC. Rutledge to get that one back in quickly and cut that down to only 1 run.
Yeah, I thought that runner was getting home easily, but they're early in the game, coach held up, wants to save that run, not get him thrown out.
This is Blanchard at the plate now here. She is the pitcher for Co-Lin, so a base hit here could really help her cause early on. That first pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. 1 out, runners on the corners here for the Wolves. And that pitch just missing low. 2-0 now is the count. Well, you see Burris has made her adjustments here, but still what was high early is now low. So she's struggling to find that strike zone in both directions right now for the Indians.
Yeah, this is not what we're used to seeing from her, but I think we can work through here. We can get to where she needs to be.
And there's a strike. Fastball in there at the knees. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. That's the situation at the plate. On the bases, you've got runners at first and third for Co-Lin. Surprised they haven't put that runner in motion yet like they did earlier. And now they do. Hit and run action. There's 1. Can they turn 2? Yes, they do. Big time Little Caesars double play there for the Indians to get out of the inning with minimum damage done. Score that one 6-4-3 on the double play. And that's what we said. Surprised they didn't try to run off that one a little bit earlier there. But ICC able to take advantage. Let's take a timeout here from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that little delay there. But one of my kids came back home. That's Montana Hawkins, a former ICC softball player and pitcher here at ICC as we head now to the bottom of the first. So haven't seen Mo in years, so we had to catch up briefly there between the innings. So for ICC, this is what the Coca-Cola starting lineup will look like for the Indians. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And it's going to be Mackenzie Patterson starting us off. She's playing in center field. She's going to lay down a bunt, and she will be there all day. And a big-time way to start the contest there, as that goes for an infield single.
Yeah, that's definitely what ICC needed to have get the first lead runner on base and try to get that run back that Co-Lin got.
So now it'll be Katie Rutledge coming to the plate. She's playing in left field. She'll be followed by Kara Hayes, the catcher, Ivy Watts, the first baseman, Brianna Posey, who is at third base, Madison Jenkins, the designated players. There's a shot, and this one's going to be down. Well, the Indians bats have started off hot here, and that's something we haven't seen in quite a while from the Indians.
Yeah, they need it against this pitcher today for sure.
So I can't even finish the lineup yet. So Madison Jenkins batting in that sixth spot. She is the DP. Hannah Henry is the second baseman. She's batting seventh. Connor Stevens batting eighth. She'll be out in right field. And Katie Boatner will be the shortstop. She's batting ninth. Pitching today is going to be Blanchard for Co-Lin. And that's going to be a bunt laid down. The throw over is in time, so that'll be a sacrifice bunt by Hayes that moves the runners into scoring position. And Upton, give us some numbers on Blanchard.
Blanchard has looked outstanding so far. She's been in 9 games, has an 8-0 record, 42.1 innings pitched. She's only given up 9 runs, has walked 7, struck out 36, and has an impressive 0.17 ERA.
Well, the Indians hope to do some damage on that ERA, and they've got some opportunities here early. There is one out here in the inning after that sacrifice bunt laid down by Hayes. And that first pitch missing for a ball to Ivy Watts. Ivy playing at first base. Looks at that pitch, high and outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Well, it was a bunt by Patterson to start the game, then a single out to left center by Rutledge. They both advanced on a sacrifice bunt by Hayes.
Well, Watts leads the teams with 23 RBI so far this season. We'd love to see her add to that right here.
That pitch paints the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Watts just kind of stepped back and with a smirk at that one after looking at that one for strike one. 2-1 is the count now here on Ivy. Tying run is at third base. That is in Mackenzie Patterson. Watts pops this one up here. Shallow center field.
Patterson has the speed.
Now they're going to throw it in, and it will be a sacrifice fly, and they're going to try to get her at third. No, she misses the tag. So that will be a sacrifice fly that scores the run.
For the Lady Indians, number 24.
So an RBI for Watts. Patterson scores. We're tied at 1. The runner does advance to third after sliding around the tag. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They remind you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. And I know next fall, Brother Chris and company are ready to get things back to normal, and that's what we're aiming for in the fall semester. You can meet on Monday nights at 7:07. Now this is Brianna Posey. She's batting in the 5th spot, playing that number 5 spot. That's third base. 1-1 is your score with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Posey, just couldn't catch up with that one there. 0-2 now is the count here to Posey. Number 3 versus number 6. One of the top matchups in the country this afternoon here in Fulton. If you're watching within driving distance, why aren't you here? It's an absolute beautiful day at the ballpark as that pitch misses low for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. You've got plenty of time to get out here. Bring a lawn chair. Enjoy a seat in the outfield.
Good crowd out there already today, including several of our 4-legged friends.
I think we end up getting more and more animals once they find out that, you know what, it's a good way to get them outside and enjoy a day themselves. That pitch missing 2-2 now is the count, as Blanchard thought that one was strike 3. So you've got a runner at third right now. That's the go-ahead run. 1-1 is the score. Posey at the plate, who's got some pop in her bat. This time reaches out for that one, swings it, finds a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive here. We'll stay at 2-2.
She does have that power, leading the team with 5 home runs, and I'm a little surprised how shallow may not be the right word, but shallow, the outfielders are playing her with her power.
Yeah, they are mid-ranging it. Most people are just a step or two off the warning track. Hard hit ground ball. We do want to remind you, since we talked about the ICC BSU, they are the sponsor here of the first inning. So once again, be sure to follow the ICC BSU on Twitter. That's at ICC BSU. And why not go ahead and hit them up? Thank them for helping make today's broadcast possible here on the ICC Sports Network. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Yes, I thought that one might for a chance.
Yeah.
Be down the line, but it just looking like my teeth shot. Kept going right.
We've all had those days. Long off the tee, but maybe not as straight as you'd like to be.
That's the story of my life in golf.
Well, warm weather's here. We can get out and try to work on that for you this spring.
I like that idea. So the 2-2 pitch coming. Inside, and
he almost wanted to call it, and he stopped himself.
Yeah, I'm going to say he stood up quickly, and if he would have called that strike three, I couldn't have argued against it. So a break there for the Indians as now 3-2 goes the count on Posey. Posey fouls this one off to keep it alive. Well, the Indians have done a good job. They've manufactured one run so far here in the bottom of the first inning. It was a bunt by Patterson to start the inning, and then a single out to left center by Katie Rutledge, a sacrifice bunt by Kara Hayes, followed by a sacrifice fly that drove in Patterson from Watts. And so now a two-out hit here could be huge for the Indians. Posey blisters it, but it goes down the line, and it stays foul.
And regardless of how this ends, Posey has put I don't have an exact count for him, but a great number of pitches on Blanchard early in the game, which is always going to help you to work that starting pitcher as much as you can in the first inning.
Yeah, both these teams doing a good job of being patient at the plate. We've seen both of them foul off a lot of pitches here early on as well. 1-1 is the score, bottom of the first inning. Posey waiting the pitch. Change up, gets her chasing a high one there, and that'll be strike three. That's a Renaissance Bank strikeout there, but the Indians do tie it up. We're tied 1-1, number 3 versus number 6 in the country. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to have a good one brewing in front of us today. We'll take a break and hear from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and be back with more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back as we head now to the top of the second inning. Burris still in the circle here as ICC and Co-Lin tied at 1. It was an RBI single off the bat of Carter in the top of the first that scored Miller for Co-Lin. And then it was a sacrifice fly by Ivy Watts that scored Mackenzie Patterson in the bottom half of the inning. 1-1 is the score as anticipated. And really and truly, you can take the number 3 and number 6 ranking off these two teams. Typically when Co-Lin and ICC get together, it's pretty good softball.
Indeed, any of our top teams in our league. I mean, when we had Jones coming here a couple of weeks ago, they were 2 at the time, and we were, I believe, 12. But you saw just a fantastic 2-game set, evenly matched and great play, and I think that's the same thing we're going to see today.
And so this is going to be Wilkinson, Dukovic, and Johnson, the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for Co-Lin in the top of the second. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bringing this action. Lee Adams taking photos of today's games. There's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman Posey has it. Throw over, and the stretch is in time to retire Wilkinson 5-3. We do want to remind you, if you would like to purchase pictures of this game or any previous game, I think it goes all the way back to 2008. Visit ICCimages.com. So 1 out now, and this is going to be Djokovic, the first baseman, at the plate. Stands in, takes that first pitch, low and inside. You know, we sit outside in baseball. Today's the day you want us to be outside versus inside in a press box. Not that we don't appreciate being inside today, but it's just a great day to be outside. As that pitch missing, or swung on a missed.
It is gorgeous, sunny, very few clouds. Wind was playing a bit out from center pregame during batting practice and warm-up, but it's died down now. So
1-1 pitch on its way. That went in there for a strike, and a big pitch there for Burris. Looks like she's settled down a little bit here. And so far to start the second. 1 out, nobody on here. 1-2 is the count to the first baseman, Djokovic.
Yeah, I think that huge double play at the end of the last inning and her teammates scoring a run to balance it up's really helped her mentally.
Yeah, Burris wanted that one for strike 3, but a little bit too far outside for the umpire's liking. 2-2 now is the count here on Djokovic. Again, a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Co-Lin this afternoon. Long trip up here, so some of the folks may not be able to make that drive, but with it being a Saturday here, you know, Co-Lin travels well, so they're going to have a good crowd out this afternoon. I know
they do. I spot about 20, 30 folks here on their side today. So.
Yep, and I know they stayed overnight the night before, just like our baseball team did down at Co-Lin. And there's strike 3. Big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there.
Johnson.
And the first of the day. And now there's 2 outs.
Definitely looks like if Burris can get that inside corner, she's going to be successful there based on what this umpire is calling so far.
So Molly Johnson now at the plate, batting in that 8th spot. She's playing. Where do you have her playing?
I have her playing second base.
Okay, second base.
And Brabham at third.
Okay, good, because I remember.
You remember earlier you had 2 third basemen, I believe.
Yeah, so they're she's at second base, batting in that 8th spot. Nobody on here. As this pitch fouled off and out of play. We do have a Sonic scoreboard update. ICC taking on Wallace State. And, man, Wallace State, one of the best teams in the country. They played the #1 team in the country last night. ICC drops the first set, 25-15. That's in volleyball out there at the Wallace State Spring Bash. So, Indians, they've got a big match Tuesday against Pearl River as that pitch fouled off and out of play. 1-2 now is the count. So if you're in the area Tuesday night, want to see some fun sports you haven't experienced before, because it's a growing sport in North Mississippi, I do encourage you to come out and support the volleyball team on Tuesday. 1-2 pitch, grounder, foul ball off her foot, and we'll do it all over again. That hurts.
Yeah, she felt that. Still feels that one.
Yeah, That was my biggest problem. Like, whenever I would constantly have ankle or foot injuries, and if you take a ball off the top of your foot, that's a very small bone.
Yep, and it has no padding on it.
Yeah, no padding on it.
No, nothing, no muscles, no fat.
Yeah,
just bone.
Yeah, it hurts. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout, back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts to get a 3-up, 3-down inning there in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and a few more of our sponsors. ICC coming to the plate with Jenkins, Henry, and Stevens in the bottom of the second. 1-1 is your score. Back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 is the score between number 3, Co-Lin, and number 6, ICC. And it's going to be Madison Jenkins to start us off here as trying to update Twitter on the volleyball first match there against Wallace State. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Give a shout out to Scott Conley, my buddy down there in Louisiana, checking in this afternoon. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. Scott, a proud supporter of the softball team. Of course, his daughter Sam played here, was an outstanding catcher for the Indians for a couple of years.
We always love to have our friends and family continue to support us even after they're no longer on campus or their children are no longer on campus. It's part of that ICC family, makes it great.
They brought some food up one day and cooked for the team, and I snuck down there and stole some. No, I'm kidding. They had brought us a plate up here as well, and man, it was killer. And that's what I instantly went to. I was like, you know what? I need to take a weekend off. I need to go down there, enjoy some of the cuisine in his part of the world.
Indeed. Some of the best you can get in Louisiana.
3-1 now is the count to Jenkins, and she's going to start things off with a walk. Jenkins in that DP spot, I should say. And now it's going to be Henry coming to the plate. Hannah Henry, the second baseman.
Yeah, Hannah's really gotten hot lately. She's now second on the team with a .426 batting average.
Boy, Wallace State making quick work of the Indians as this ball's popped up. Third baseman makes the play. Tried to get that bunt down, and excellent play over there in foul territory. She ran up quickly on the ball and still was able to lead back and make that catch for the out to retire Henry. Runner could not advance, and now this is going to be Connor Stevens, the right fielder, at the plate with one out in the inning. Yeah, Wallace State up 25-9. They win the second set as well. As we said, Wallace, good as advertised. That's what you got to do as a young program. First ever season for the volleyball team. You want to play the best to see where you're at.
Exactly. They are facing some top competition in their first year as a program. There's no backing off and taking it easy.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. They did play the number one team in the country in Division II Friday night. Lost the first set 25-21. Lost the second set 25-23. Lost the third set 25-20. So, yeah, the final score is going to show 3-0. There's a blast out to left field, and the left fielder looked like she might have been burnt for a second, was able to adjust and make the catch over her head. Hard hit there, but a good play out there in left field to get the second out of the inning. But, yeah, 3-0 was the final in that game. But you look at the scores, you're competitive with the number one team in the country. So
yeah, you went toe-to-toe with them. And if you've been watching these matches like we've been watching this year, that is a long time to be out there and giving it a lot to go 3 sets and that many points.
That pitch across for a strike is this is Katie Boatner, the shortstop at the plate. Infield's coming in, at least the middle of the infield. Second baseman pretty much even with the pitcher up there, anticipating a bunt out of Boatner. So she can turn on something real quick. Right back up the middle could be trouble. Instead, there's a slap, and it goes foul. And we'll sit at 0-2. It'll be a busy week next week. I know Monday we've got basketball here. The men's team will be taking on Northwest. We've already talked about volleyball on Tuesday against Pearl River. I'll have to look at my schedule for the rest of the week.
Don't forget the exciting intramural sand volleyball tournament going on Monday afternoon here on campus, right behind us.
That is true. Are you guys playing in that?
There's rumor that the staff infections, faculty, staff, and sometimes student team may make an appearance.
Hate that I had to retire from that. Not really. But
Your presence has been missed.
Yes. The laughing stock of the of the team would be that. 0-2 is the count to Boatner. Looks at that pitch outside. Not a bad spot to miss there, as that one drifted away from the batter. She was able to get a bat on the ball. It would have been a foul ball either way.
Yeah, just see if she might chase that one.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Boatner. Infield's moved back to regular depth here with 2 outs in the inning. 2-2 is the count. You've got Jenkins over at first base. She walked to start the inning. Then it was a pop-up in foul territory on a bunt attempt by Hannah Henry for the first out. And then an absolute missile off the bat of Connor Stevens. But unfortunately, or if you're a Co-Lin fan, is that one.
Second play for the third baseman in foul territory.
Yeah, deep in foul territory makes that one there. But so, yeah, Stevens blistered one, but it was caught on a line drive. Not a jumping catch, but a stretching catch out there in left field. So we've played 2 here in Fulton. It was 1-1 is the score. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be the 9-1-2 batters due up for Co-Lin, Leak, Miller, and Maxwell. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to DavisFordSales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online, DavisFordSales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back now as we head to the top of the third inning. Leak, Miller, and Maxwell due up here for Co-Lin. Co-Lin, the number 3 team in the country, comes in with a 17-1 record and 12-0 in the league, sitting in first place. And for ICC, the number 6 team in the country, they're 16-4, 8-2. And so they're right in the mix still there for that spot in first place. And so this will be the shortstop, Carly Leak, coming to the plate here to start us off in the top of the third inning. See Raphael Henry out there shooting highlights in center field. You can see those on our YouTube page. Just search Let's Go ICC on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe while you're there. That first pitch across for a strike here on the shortstop, Carly Leak.
Yeah, we give you lots of ways to keep up with ICC Athletics. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, live stream. We'll get it to you however you want it.
This one popped up. Trouble. And it's going to drop for a base hit. Just put them where they ain't that time is what Leak did. And a good way to start the inning there for Co-Lin, as that's the second hit of the day for the Wolves. And now we go back to the top of the lineup where Maddie Miller will come to the plate. Miller walked, scored a run in her first at-bat of the afternoon.
Yeah, she was able to be patient and draw a walk whenever Burris was still trying to find her groove in the top of the first inning, so should be a different matchup this time.
And there's a grounder right back up the middle. Going to get the lead runner at second. That's all they're going to be able to do. A fielder's choice there. Smart play there by Burris to recognize the situation, get that lead runner and cut her down, as Miller will reach on the fielder's choice. 1-6 on the putout for those of you scoring at home.
Yeah, good job by Madison to remember there was a lead runner and get that one.
Yes, also a good job by Katie Boatner as she was charging in on the play to quickly get back to second as that pitch across for a strike. This is Maxwell at the plate. She was hit by a pitch but was recorded out on a fielder's choice.
And did a good job of breaking up a potential double play as well.
Yeah.
even though she was thrown out.
That pitch missing just outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
ICC showing that they're prepared for the hit and run here, definitely.
1 ball and 1 strike. With the runner on first. And 1 out here in the inning. Shows bunt, pulls back and takes it for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on Maxwell. You see Burris, she kind of maybe had some nerves early on, has settled down and is doing a good job of filling up that strike zone here. But a big problem with that is nerves in that strike zone. It's the Co-Lin bats add a lot to that too, because they've got a lot of pop and have had a lot of pop this season.
They do. They're strong up and down the lineup.
Swung on, foul back. We'll stay at 1-2 here. Forgot to mention that the second inning was being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. John Harrod and all the great folks at the Bank of Okolona is proud to help bring ICC softball your way. Visit thebankofokolona.com for more information or stop by and see them at 227 West Main Street in Okolona. And don't forget about their branches. As there's a line drive, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Second hit of the inning, first of the day for Maxwell. But yeah, don't forget about the branches of the Bank of Okolona. That's the Houston Banking Center, the Bank of Manatee, and the Calhoun Banking Center. That is the Bank of Okolona, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. So a timely hit there as the infield was in. She was just able to get that one to go forward and get past a diving Posey at third base. So now with runners at first and second, this is going to be Barbram at the plate. She was hit into a fielder's choice and stole a base before being left stranded. Back in the first inning, she was left stranded in scoring position. Both teams have left a runner on in scoring position. As this one popped up, Patterson will camp underneath it and nearly turn two. Wow, heads up play there by Patterson, and could be one of those situations as a coach for Co-Lin. Don't want to necessarily fuss at the girl, but say, hey, listen, in those situations, you got to know they're going to come up thinking about throwing. Got to get it back a little bit quicker.
Right, you never want to get that third out on the bases. That's a kind of a basic rule for baseball and softball.
Well, here comes trouble. And Abigail Carter, she had an RBI single, was erased on that double play to end the inning back in the first. Takes that pitch across for a strike. Talked about it. She's had a hot bat this season. She also can hit for power. So there's a reason why she's in that number 4 slot of the lineup for the Wolves. That pitch in there for a strike, and quickly ahead in the count now is Madison Burris at 0-2.
Definitely the position she wants to be in, ahead of the batter with 2 outs to really control those runners that are on the base path.
So awaiting the 0-2 offering here from Burris. Runners at first and second, 2 outs in the inning. Try to get her to chase one that time. Good eye on the part of Carter to hold off on that one. And now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the third inning. 1-1 is your score here between ICC and Co-Lin. As this pitch foul back and out of play, it will stay at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burris now set to deliver. And this one popped up. Boatner should be able to camp under it. She will, and that will do it. Nice job getting out of a slight jam there by Burris. And again, you've got 2 runners left on the bags there for Co-Lin. 1-1 is your score as we head to the bottom of the third inning for ICC. Back to the top of the lineup in Patterson, Rutledge, and Hayes. Before we see them, we're going to take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the bottom of the third inning. This third inning is being brought to you by Cagle Eye Center here in Fulton. Cagle Eye Center proudly provides professional, comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Visit CagleEyeCenter.com or give them a call at 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES to set up your appointment today. First pitch to Patterson is in there for a strike.
ICC was able to lead off both the first 2 innings, getting the lead batter on, so hopefully we can keep that going.
Patterson lifts that pitch high for a ball. She had a single, scored a run on a sacrifice fly by Ivy Watts back in the first inning. Ever since then, the Indians' bats have been quiet. The only way they've got on base was a walk to start the inning in the second. That went off the inside part of the bat there. 1-2 now is the count as she fouls that one off. Adam Gore, Michael Upton here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. We appreciate everyone tuning in here. I invite you to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. Pitch high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. You can also join the Alumni Association while you're there, iccms.edu/alumni. A lot of great ways to contribute to Itawamba Community College. 2-2 pitch popped up. This one's going to get down the line and foul.
Yeah, Adam, one of the great ways you can help support is to support athletic teams like this softball team you're watching today. You can contribute to the Indian Club that softball has, and you can do that through the foundation. So give us a call at 662-862-8039, and we'll let you know how you can do that.
So waiting this 2-2 offering here to Patterson. Patterson turns on it and pulls it foul.
I believe our athletic trainer, Josh Holt, who was safely behind the fence and in a golf cart, still had a good reaction to make sure he wasn't going to catch that one in the face.
Yeah, I'll say it's one of those that no matter how many times you're around the ball field, you see that bright yellow ball flying at you, you're going to flinch. Yeah. Patterson off the hands. Trouble. Shortstop's going to have to hurry. No, she is there.
That speed that Patterson has is why she's a leadoff batter. Helps lead the team in stolen bases with 13, so it comes in handy.
Yeah, great at bat there as well. Hit some foul balls to keep that AB alive and was able to come back and beat the throw by half a step and gets her second hit of the day. She'll be in that box score that you can find in tomorrow's Daily Journal. So that pitch missing low for a ball. This is Katie Rutledge. She singled out to left center in her first at bat, but was left stranded over at third base back in the first inning. ICC has left 2 runners on the bag so far, one of those in scoring position. Co-Lin has left 2 runners on the bag, or excuse me, 3 runners on the bag, 2 of those in scoring position. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count here to Rutledge, the left fielder. So Rutledge is going to dig in here and see if she can spark the bats of the Indians. 1-1 contest. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. And
in fact, like hit her.
Yeah, I'd say the ball hit Patterson that time as she stole the base. And I would say it's one of those where the throw was up the line and a good job by the shortstop just to try to get on it there. But they're going to give her a chance to shake that off. May have hit her in the hand or the elbow.
Yeah, once the first baseman charged in for the potential bunt, she took off and clearly had the stolen base with no trouble, even if the ball hadn't got away and hit her.
Stolen base there for Patterson. She's now at second. Show bunt, and they're going to say she.
Ooh.
Are they going to say she committed to the bunt? She pulled back, but if they're going to call that a strike, in the strike zone, she had to reach down for that one. So maybe they're going to say she committed to it before pulling back.
That's got to be the call there.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Blanchard. Ground ball. That's going to be a foul ball, and we'll stay at 2-2. I'll go to the wide camera because I've got to update Twitter on volleyball. Again, follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. And this one is going to be hit.
Perfect.
And it's down. This will score
It's
a
gonna
run,
roll.
a diving effort. And this could be a triple here for Rutledge, and it will be.
Yeah, that one got over the head of the center fielder and just rolled all the way to the warning track and died out there. Allowed her to get all the way to third with the RBI.
RBI triple there for Rutledge, but let's give credit for the effort out there in center field. That was Shelby Maxwell, who tried to dive and make the catch. If she makes that catch, it's a top 10 Sports Center-like catch, but unfortunately couldn't come up with it if you're a Co-Lin fan. Fortunately, though, for an ICC fan, it turned into an RBI triple, and ICC now leads it 2-1.
That has got the ICC bullpen fired up. You can hear the team getting the chant going, getting excited.
As the Indians now lead it 2-1 on that triple by Rutledge. She, too, will be in that box score in the Journal tomorrow. That's not only with her second hit, but her extra base hit as that pitch is fouled off. Well, as we said in volleyball, the Indians down 2-0 to Wallace State. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball? So waiting the pitch here. This one ground ball. Smart play there by the first baseman just to come up and say, all right, you're going to have to.
With an aggressive tag.
Yeah. And now this is going to bring up Ivy Watts with one out in the inning. And Ivy had a sacrifice fly in her previous at-bat to score a run. The Indians would love to pick up one of those insurance runs. And when we talk about those insurance runs, we talk about your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, former ICC All-American and Athletic Hall of Famer, proud to bring you this action here on the ICC Sports Network.
Yeah, with only one out, a long fly ball for sacrifice would work very well here.
Watts pops this one up. First baseman's going to give chase, and
ooh, almost. She runs into a barking bullpen. It brings quite a bit of laughter to the fans from Co-Lin here.
And anybody who wonders why they were barking like that is we had a game a couple of weeks ago where a ground ball got away, or not, a ball got out to the outfield and rolled to the fence. And when Mackenzie went out there to get the ball, there was a dog out there that got after Mackenzie. And the pitch gets away, and the run will score.
Good job by Rutledge to pay attention and be ready to score there on the ball that got away from the catcher.
So that'll be a pass ball officially as that scores the run, and ICC takes a 3-1 lead. Showing 4-1 right now. Actually hit it a little too hard. There we go. And Watts is going to send this one out to right field, and would have been deep enough for a second sacrifice fly, but instead it goes for a fly ball to the warning track out to right field. And now this is going to be Brianna Posey. Posey struck out to end the first. Nobody on base right now. ICC gets a 2 spot on the board here in the bottom of the third. This bottom of the third inning being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. So Posey at the plate. Takes a look at that first pitch. Missing for a ball. That pitch across for a strike. Posey nodding her head in agreement. 1-1 now goes to count. So Posey at the plate, trying to spark a little 2-out rally here. See if she can get something started for the Indians. Instead, a little ground ball back to the pitcher, 1-3 on the putout of Posey. But the Indians do get 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 3 here in Fulton. ICC leads it 3-1. Don't go anywhere, folks. 2 of the top 10 teams in the country battling here in Game 1. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back as we head now to the top of the 4th inning, where to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for Co-Lin. And for Co-Lin, that'll be Blanchard, Wilkinson, and Djokovic. Blanchard grounded into a 6-4-3 inning, ending Little Caesars double play back in the first. Burris had a few little hiccups back in the first inning, but has settled down since. She's scattered 2 hits, have struck out 2 as well. And of course, when we talk about those strikeouts, we talk about Renaissance Bank, proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. That's Renaissance Bank. Visit renaissancebank.com. They are the bank that understands you. And now this is going to be Blanchard, the pitcher, at the plate here for Co-Lin to start us off in the top of the 4th. 3-1 ICC with the lead here in Game 1. That pitch missing high for a ball. ICC fans, they wanted that one but didn't get it. And I do agree, it's a little bit upstairs. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you this action. Lee Adams taking photos today, and Raphael Henry shooting us some highlights as well, as that ball just slipped out of the hands of Burris, scoots across the plate for ball 2. 2-0 now goes the count. So 2-0 now is the count here to Blanchard. You know, she would love to find her way on here to try to help her cause as she is getting the start inside the circle here in Game 1, and she does so. Nice little hard hit ball out to right field, goes for a single to start the inning. And no, they did not in the second, but for the second inning today out of, make sure that's right.
They've had 3 leadoff.
Yeah, so two has gotten on, 1 got out, and that 3 up, 3 down second. That's what I was looking at. I was looking at it wrong.
Miller reached on in the first, Leak in the second, and now Leak in the third, and now Blanchard in the 4th.
And that's going to be a strike to start Wilkinson off here. Wilkinson grounded out to the third baseman to start that second inning. It was a 3 up, 3 down inning that saw his pair of Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Her only 2 strikeouts of the day so far for Burris. Change up, and it's a beauty. Across for a strike, and that's one pitch. And I'll say it every time I do a softball broadcast. If you can get a change up going for strikes, it just makes you difficult to handle as a pitcher.
Yeah, that one just really confused Wilkinson.
So the 0-2 pitch coming. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
And I think that's why that becomes so effective, is that after seeing it, she chases one like that.
So that is the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. I know we talk about visiting renaissancebank.com. Don't forget about renaissancernation.com. You can see all those interesting SEC shorts, get some educational banking information there as well. renaissancernation.com.
Yeah, if you're a fan of baseball or broadcasting, they've got a series going right now. They're halfway through it. 2 out of 4 parts have been put out about the fact that 3 broadcasters at the 3 major universities in Mississippi are all in their 40th year. So that's a fantastic piece if you get a chance to check that out.
There's a ground ball to the third baseman. It's going to go for 2. Can they turn it? Yes,
Got
they
it.
do. Well, I switched to a replay. That's my bad. I thought I had the other camera set up. But score that one 5-4-3 on the Little Caesars double play for the unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning there in the top of the 4th. Let's talk about Little Caesars. So let's go hear from them. ICC is going to send Jenkins, Henry, and Stevens to the plate when we come back. ICC leads at 3-1, looking to add to that lead here as we move to the bottom of the 4th.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Welcome back as ICC turns their second Little Caesars double play of the day to end the inning there. They lead it 3-1 as we now head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's going to be Madison Jenkins, Hannah Henry, and Connor Stevens due up here for the Indians. It's that first pitch across to Jenkins, who's the DP here in game 1. It goes for a strike. She walked in her first at bat. Looks at that pitch. High and outside for a ball, evens things up at 1-1. Upton, your thoughts on the contest so far here as we're in the bottom of the 4th?
It's been a good matchup so far. The big difference has been that although Blanchard is a fantastic pitcher and has been great so far this year, ICC's been able to get to her early and get those 3 runs on the board.
That pitch missing outside, 2-1 now is the count. Well, it's all been Mackenzie Patterson and Katie Rutledge for ICC. ICC has 4 hits. They have all 4 of them. And, of course, one of them being that triple by Rutledge that was able to score a run. Jenkins, couldn't hold off on that pitch as she kind of just steps out a little frustrated with herself that time, as that was just a great location by Blanchard low and inside.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to end there, but it did, and they just got her twisted up.
So winning the 2-2 offering here to Jenkins. Jenkins thought about it. Good eye to hold off on that one. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Jenkins Henry is on deck. She popped up in foul territory to the third baseman in her first at bat of the day on a bunt attempt. And Jenkins good at bat.
Draws her second walk on the day.
Good job there. You saw where she got frustrated a little bit with herself after chasing a couple of bad pitches, but able to come back and earn that walk. So a good job there by Jenkins. Now this is going to be Hannah Henry at the plate. As we said, in her previous at bat, she tried to lay down a bunt down the third base side, but popped it up, and the third baseman made a great play on the ball to be able to get the out. And so now Henry trying to redeem herself after that last one. Going to show bunt again. Pulls back this time. Takes that pitch low and outside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here. This 4th inning being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. From strains and sprains to tears and breaks, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is proud to sponsor ICC Athletics. That's going to be an infield single.
Beautiful bunt. Just died right in front of the pitcher.
Now batting for the Lady Indians.
But to continue that thought, from strains and sprains to tears and breaks, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi has got you covered. Give them a call at 662-377-BONE. That's 662-377-BONE. Or stop by and see them at 499 Gloucester Creek Village there in Tupelo. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, a proud sponsor of today's action and ICC Athletics. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for a ball as this is Connor Stevens. Connor absolutely blistered the ball the last time she was at the plate. The only problem, it was an equally good play out there in left field that robbed her of an extra base hit.
Indeed, left fielder made a fantastic play.
So the Indians, with runners on first and second after a walk to Jenkins and an infield single by Henry, this ball is going to be fouled back and out of play, and it'll even us up at 1-1. Be a good time to see Raphael have to run out of the way if Connor can square one up and send it out to center field.
Even if you just got a hold of one, because these outfielders continue to play mid-range.
Instead, she's going to show bunt and foul that one off. That's one thing a Andy Kirk softball team likes to do. They like to make you make decisions in tough situations, because a lot of times those decisions turn into errors. Unfortunately, that time that Stevens could not get that bunt down. We got the First Lady of the MACCC checking in, Natalie Davis. So everything looking good on our end of things. We appreciate Natalie and all she does, and we do want to encourage you that if you're looking for baseball today, she's got you covered down there with baseball, as they're going for a 2 o'clock start, so that one should be getting fired up down there. And again, that one's going to be on CoLinAthletics.com. 1-2 pitch, and couldn't hang off the inside pitch there. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout of Stevens. That is going to be the second strikeout of the day for Blanchard. And now up is going to be Katie Boatner. Boatner popped up in foul territory. A deep ball towards the Co-Lin dugout that the third baseman made a great play on, as third baseman today is Barbram, as she went out and made the play there. So runners on first and second with one away. Shows bunt. That pitch missing low for a ball. Well, I'm going to say the way, if you note, I think Brother Chris saw this as well.
Yep.
If you notice the shift, and we're going to go to the live camera here, if you can get something, if you get them to make that shift in coverage like they did just then, show bunt, and somehow just poke it towards shortstop, you got bases loaded. Instead, it goes to the pitcher. They're going to go to third.
They're not going to get her. Oh,
not
safe.
There. Ooh, that was close.
I thought she was safe.
I thought she was safe too, but it's going to be one of those, if you're Jenkins, and I think Coach Kirk is saying that too.
Run it out.
Get there, get down, and slide in. Don't leave any doubt, because that one right there, Upton, honestly, call her safe. Yeah, she's safe. You call her out. Yeah, she's out. That was a 50-50 play that went in favor of the Indians.
But you want to see your runner giving full effort so that it's not even close.
So now back to the top of the lineup here with Mackenzie Patterson. Patterson 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a steal. Lifts this one. This is trouble.
Gone.
How about a grand slam off the bat of Mackenzie Patterson? Well, we said it was trouble. That one just carried and did not stop, as Mackenzie Patterson, have yourself a day, young lady. 3 for 3. Now with 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. And that was big there for the Indians.
Yeah, Blanchard is going to be seeing her in her nightmares.
Go back and look at that one again on the Little Caesars. The instant replay is, I thought it was just going to be down to the gap for extra bases. But that ball just carried out of the ballpark, and that was a grand slam and home run. So why not hit a home run of your own by becoming a member of the ICC family? Schedule your tour at Itawamba Community College by visiting tours.iccms.edu. Wow, what a big-time shot there. And now this is going to be Katie Rutledge. Rutledge takes that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Well, we said we wanted to see Raphael Henry run. Well, Raphael went and got the baseball, or softball there. So he's putting a little bit of work in there in center field. So that pitch missing outside for a ball.
Anytime he gets to pick up a softball is a good day for the Lady Indians.
Rutledge is 2 for 2 on the day. She did have a Renaissance Rewards extra base hit for a triple in her previous at-bat that went for an RBI. She scored on a pass ball. Trouble here, slow roller, and she beats it out. Boy, when you're hot, you're hot. And right now, Patterson and Rutledge they're burning up. Both of those today, a combined 6 of 6 with 5 RBIs and 4 runs scored and 2 extra base hits.
Yeah, that's just Coach Andy's going to be very pleased to see such production at the top of his lineup.
And that's one thing we said, hitting ends up being contagious. Is that pitch missing outside? I believe Co-Lin's going to start getting someone warming up in the bullpen across the way. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball? This is Kara Hayes. She is officially 0 for 1 on the day. She did have a sacrifice bunt in her first at bat, and she grounded out to the first baseman and swung through that one.
She came back. That looks to be Allie Albritton in the bullpen warming up for Co-Lin.
So 1 out, runner over at first base. That pitch high and outside, and they're going to throw it, and they're going to be able to get that one over.
First baseman had no clue that she was gone and thought she had a tag, just empty air.
Well, the tag would have been there, but a smart call that time and a great read on the part of Katie Rutledge. If she tries to go back to first, she is out easily. Maybe that little bit of a hesitation actually worked in her favor. That pitch missing inside. Oh, close pitch.
Just missing her.
Yeah. So now ICC have put 4 on the board after a grand slam by Mackenzie Patterson. Trying to see if they can put another run on the board here. Maybe even start thinking about ending this thing early. And this one fouled off. And we'll go to 3-2 now here on the count on Hayes.
Yeah, and you come in facing one of the best pitchers in the league, and they're number 3 in the country. You know, the opportunity to run rule them was definitely something you'd love to see.
It doesn't happen often when you play Co-Lin for sure. Awaiting the 3-2 offering here from Blanchard. And thought about the swing, stopped, and then just poked the bat out there and tried to find a piece of it to keep it alive. So Hayes battling at the plate right now. Blanchard trying to find her way out of this one. There is 1 out. 3-2 is the count. Runner at second for the Indians. That's Rutledge. And this one's going to be popped up. Nice play there on the part of Blanchard. That's a difficult play. The ball has a lot of backspin on it.
Yep.
So if you don't get to the ball, even if you do get to the ball, it's going to naturally track back out of your glove. So good job of not only squeezing that one, but get that free hand on top of that one to hold on to. There's a lot of times you'll see that one hit the ground and just run right back to the catcher and end up being a base hit. So an excellent play there on the part of Blanchard to get the out. And then a good job now to just get the ball right back at her and get 2 back-to-back putouts there. But the Indians do the damage. They get 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. ICC leads it 7-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. But before we do that, let's hear a few words from our sponsors, including Sonic, as we'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back as we get set to head to the 5th inning of play here. ICC leads it 7-1. Before we get started, let's tell you that the 5th inning is being sponsored by our streaming provider, WSN Live. WSN is a turnkey live streaming solution for athletics, churches, and other organizations. Whether you're streaming for the first time or a veteran broadcaster, WSN provides everything you need to deliver a reliable, live, quality broadcast anywhere in the world to any internet-connected device. Learn how you can start streaming with WSN by calling 866-206-7790. That's 866-206-7790, or visit WSN.live. So for Co-Lin, we're going to have the 8-9-1 batters due up. Johnson, Leak, and then back to the top of the lineup in Maddie Miller. Indians lead at 7-1 now as we're in the top of the 5th inning. Johnson struck out in her only at bat of the day. Swings the first pitch she sees. Ground ball over to second. Throw over is in time. 4-3 on the putout of Johnson. And right now, if you're Burris, you like the fact that it's 1 pitch and 1 out.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that this late in the game for your starting pitcher. And with the lead, Coach Andy may be thinking about protecting his arms. He's already had Emily Robinson go and warm up a little bit last inning. Now Kamaya Hampton to do warm up right now. Not that Burris is struggling, but with a lead, you may be able to protect your starting pitcher's arm a little bit.
So Leak, she's single but was erased on a fielder's choice. Takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 is the count with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon here in Fulton. As this pitch popped up, trouble. But there is Patterson showing off that speed. I don't know that Boatner got a good eye on the ball off the bat. Patterson quickly caught everyone off and retires the out. So now back to the top of the lineup here in Maddie Miller. Miller's been on base twice. She reached on a fielder's choice in her previous at-bat, was left stranded in scoring position. She's also walked and scored a run. Changeup hangs up for a ball, 1-0. Well, we're going to try to start getting updates on basketball and baseball here in a moment. Volleyball has wrapped up today. They dropped the final set 25-20 to Wallace State, so they lost that one 3-0. But again, they went 1-3 in the Wallace State Spring Bash, but it was a valuable experience as there's going to be a ground ball hit by the infield that was thrown in that time, so a hit by Miller will keep the inning going. But as I was saying about volleyball, it was not a bad 1-3. They played the number 1 team in the country, Wallace State, who is traditionally a very good team, beat Spartanburg, and then Mineral Area. I mean, they come off that emotional loss, 10 minutes directly behind playing the number 1 team in the country. That'd be one you'd like to get back later on.
Yeah, but again, a brand new program playing against established veteran programs at schools that have been doing this for a while, so.
Well, the Indians get away with one there as a snap throw down to first, ended up in right field. And we do have someone updating us in baseball. Paul Gardner coming in the clutch. Indians are up 2-0, middle of the first inning. They're at Co-Lin.
Great start for Coach Collier and his club.
Grounder to the shortstop. Throw over is in time. 6-3 to retire the speedy Maxwell as the Indians get away with that 2-out hit there. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. ICC leads at 7-1 as it'll be Posey, Jenkins, and Henry due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
that's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best star here.
Number 24, Brianna Posey.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's going to be Brianna Posey to start us off here. Brianna is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out back to the pitcher. And then she'll be followed by Madison Jenkins and Hannah Henry scheduled up here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, ICC leads it 7-1. Is that pitch missing for a strike? Blanchard still in the circle here for Co-Lin. Posey at the plate, playing third base for the Indians here in Game 1. It was a grand slam by Mackenzie Patterson. That's the difference in the game so far. There's going to be a ground ball, foul ball, and it'll go for a strike, even things up at 1-1. So, yeah, we just heard from Paul Gardner. Appreciate him messaging us to let us know that ICC up 2-0, middle of the first inning there at Co-Lin. That game available on CoLinAthletics.com.
I might have to ask Coach Andy about improving his reaction speed. He tried to make a play on that foul ball and couldn't get it.
That ball fouled off the netting. 1-2 now is the count here on Posey. Well, Andy will tell you like I'll tell you, we getting old. Reaction time just ain't what it used to be.
But the effort was there. You cannot blame him for the effort.
So 1-2 now is the count here on Posey. Posey looks at that pitch missing low. Not a bad spot to miss there inside. Got her to chase one earlier that way. Just good eye on the part of Posey to hold off. And even at the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. Posey reaches out, finds this one, fouls it back over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Again, visit iccms.edu to find out how you can help support Itawamba Community College through the Foundation or Alumni Association. You can search both those organizations there. Director of Advancement Michael Upton up in the press box helping out today as well. Posey swings at that inside pitch, missing for another Renaissance Bank strikeout. That is the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Blanchard. Now up is going to be Madison Jenkins. Officially no at bat. She's walked twice today, and each time she went deep into the pitch count against Blanchard and found a way to draw that walk. She's also scored a run. That was back part of that 4-run 4th inning for the Indians.
Yeah, really helping her on-base percentage with the 2 walks, but you can tell she's had a couple pitches where she's really wanted to have that one back to get a hold of it, so she's anxiously looking for that first hit today.
Yeah, she took a healthy chop at that first one, come up empty for strike 1. Then looks at strike 2. And sometimes when you're at the plate and it just ain't your day, even though she's got on twice for the walks, that made them make some contact. Those type pitches get away from you, and that was just one of them there. That she was a little upset with herself, so now she's got to guard the dish. Looks at that one low for a ball. Again, not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get her to chase one there. 1-2 now is the count here on the DP Jenkins. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians. Change up, hit hard, but right at the third baseman. Throw across the way is in time. 5-3 on the putout. Nice play over there by Barbram as that ball got on her in a hurry and really made it easier on the throw that time. If it was a little bit slower, it would have been a bang-bang play, but with the ball being hit so hard and the fact that she got a solid glove on it made it an easier throw.
Yeah.
So now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to be Hannah Henry at the plate. She had a single and scored a run in her previous at-bat. She popped up in foul territory to the third baseman on a bunt attempt and her first at bat of the day. So she's 1 of 2. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. See some family members out on some scooters and bicycles near the football field. An absolute Chamber of Commerce-like day here at the ballpark. That pitch drifts high. One of those that
Yeah, I've also noticed we got some young kids enjoying the sand volleyball courts behind the Alumni Foundation broadcast booth today. So lots of people all over campus enjoying this weather.
A little chopper down the third baseline goes foul. When we got to the ballpark earlier today, some folks taking advantage of playing some tennis, some disc golf as well going on.
Yeah, it's one of the new clubs here on campus. I've been reading about the ICC Disc Golf Club. If you're a student watching and you're interested in that, check it out. They're interested in getting more people involved there.
So 2-1 pitch coming here. Lays it down, third baseman Gloves, throws over in time for the putout. Back-to-back 5-3 putouts there as ICC goes 3 up, 3 down there in the 5th. We've played 5 in Fulton. ICC leads it 7-1. We'll take a break here, a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Gee willikers. This Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No, it's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to move now to the top of the 6th inning. This 6th inning is being brought to you by First American National Bank. Remember to follow the flag from Iuka to Tupelo to find the First American National Bank location closest to you. You can visit FAMB.bank. That's FAMB.bank for more information. Appreciate Tommy Chamley and all the outstanding folks there at First American National Bank to help bring this action your way today.
Yeah, excited to see if Madison Burris can continue the strong pitching performance she's had here today.
Yeah, as we said, a little rocky start, was able to bounce back and get pretty good outings. As this pitch popped up, left fielder's going to drift over and make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, much like the last inning, 1 pitch, 1 out, definitely is a pitcher's friend.
That was Bartram, and now it will be Carter. Blanchard is scheduled to follow. Yeah, after walking the first batter, hitting the second, Burris has scattered 5 hits, struck out 3. Is that pitch in there for a strike? More importantly, and I'm hoping I'm not jinxing her by talking about this, and I probably am, she hasn't walked anybody since that leadoff walk to start the contest.
It's true.
So 0-1 after that changeup in there for a strike. Fastball, and this is going to drop for extra bases. Is this down the line? We'll have to get it in a hurry here. They're going to throw it to second. The throw, though, is not going to be in time as it was cut off. And just a timely hit there as Carter gets her second hit of the afternoon. And this is where you got to be careful. We know that Co-Lin's got a lot of pop in their bats, and they can spark an inning big time in a hurry, as we're going to have a runner coming in this situation for Co-Lin, as this is going to be number 19, Faith Ashley, coming in to run. So getting a little bit more speed on the bases out there for the catcher. But right now, if you're Burris, you just shrug that one off. Tip your cap, say, hey, you got a good one on that one, got it down the line. Ended up at second, good job.
And she actually does have 2 stolen bases on the year. I don't know how many attempts she's made, but, yeah, like you said, putting a little faster runner out there.
So Blanchard at the plate. Change up in there for a strike. Blanchard can really help herself out here. She can find a way to get on base or hit the ball, as she did have a single but was retired, part of a 5-4-3 Little Caesars double play to end the 4th inning. She also hit into a Little Caesars double play to end the 1st. And quickly ahead in the count now is Burris. And the Boo Birds starting to chirp a little bit across the way for Co-Lin.
He has called that inside corner pitch on right-handed batters all day, so they may not like it, but he's been consistent there.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch. This one popped up, and it's going to drop for a base hit. And then it's going to get by Stevens. This is a score run here, and it will. And that's going to go for a triple.
Blanchard showing a lot of speed there.
And so a double followed by a triple as the ball got down to the gap, and then Stevens just kind of tripped as she went to get the ball and allowed it to roll on by.
Wilkinson.
And so now Wilkinson will come to the plate, and this is what we talked about, Michael. We talked about Co-Lin. They've got the bats that can heat up at any time. And look out right now as we're going to have another runner coming into this situation, as this is going to be number 17 for Co-Lin. Lucky coming in to run, but we said it. They can light the bats up at any time, and right now a double followed by a triple is now 7-2 in favor of ICC.
Yeah, that's true, and I think they bring the runner into third to protect that being the pitcher. You don't want the pitcher involved in any kind of a play at the plate.
So with one out, runner at third base, this is Wilkinson at the plate. Takes that first pitch high for a ball.
But if you're ICC, you got to remember you still have a 5-run lead. Just, don't overstress on these last two batters and focus on what you've been doing so far today.
So that first pitch missing for a ball. Burris change up, hangs up. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. 7-2 ICC with the lead here in the top of the 6th. But Co-Lin start to mount a little bit of a comeback here. It was a double by Carter, and then a triple by Blanchard. And that pitch in there for a strike. And as we said, the Co-Lin fans not liking that call, but he's been pretty consistent on that inside corner in those situations. So now 2-1 is the count. Burris getting set to deliver. And there's a shot up the middle, and this is going to score another one. Hitting's contagious. And right now it's spreading like wildfire in the dugout of Co-Lin. Back-to-back RBI hits as that one allows Lucky to come around to score and makes it a 7-3 contest. And Djokovic now coming to the plate. Change up falls off the table. They're going to try to appeal to see if she went. Says she did not, as that goes for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Djokovic. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. She grounded into a Little Caesars double play. The Indians would love to see a carbon copy of that one here to see if they can get some of the bleeding stop, but instead Coach Kurt wants to come out and talk things over. Let's take a quick break and hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The tide's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back as we do have a call to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sonic. Make the right call and swing by the Sonic in Fulton to pick up your favorite drinks and mouth-watering burgers next time you're headed to the ballpark. Don't forget to download the Sonic app to order ahead. That's the Sonic here in Fulton. New pitcher into the contest is Robinson. Pitch gets away and the runner will advance. And Upton, let's take a look at some Sonic stats on the new pitcher.
Emily has come in relief, and has fantastic year so far. 14 appearances, picked up 3 wins and no losses, and has 5 saves on the year. She has struck out 30, only walked 6 for a 1.89 ERA.
That pitch in there for a strike. Those 5 saves leading the country in that stat category for Robinson, trying to come in and see if she can get another save. But right now, Co-Lin, man, their bats have heated up, and we knew that it was eventually coming. It's just how quickly it was coming, and right now they've put 2 on the board. And this could be 3. Out to right field. They're going to try to score the run, and they will. And here comes the Wolves. Back-to-back hits. And they've made it 7-4.
As you said, hitting's contagious, and it's just going around right now.
Well, that closes the book on Burris. As Wilkinson scores, we'll have a runner coming in this situation for Djokovic, as it will be number 10 coming in to run, and that is going to be Julia Johnson. Johnson in to run here, and this 6th inning has been all Co-Lin here in the top half, as they've scored 3 now to make it a 7-4 contest.
Yeah, ICC has turned 2 double plays in this game so far, and really could use one here.
Swing and a miss there on that off-speed pitch. And, you know, we talked about it. You go back and look, that double play in the 1st inning, we talked about how big that was to be able to get out of that jam. It's even bigger now.
Right, because who knows how many they could have scored in the 1st inning.
So Co-Lin not going quietly into the afternoon here in game 1. Swung on and missed there, as this is Molly Johnson at the plate. She's now behind the count 0-2. She struck out to end the 2nd, grounded out to 2nd to start the 5th. There's 1 out in the inning and a runner over at first base here for Co-Lin. Changeup is there for strike 3. Huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there, as that's the 2nd out of the inning. And now if you're an Indian fan, you can breathe a little bit easier. But if you're Co-Lin, you want to keep the bats hot here, and they're going to bring in a new batter in this situation, as this is going to be number 7, and that is going to be Mallory Cade. So Cade will come into bat in place of Leak. Upton, you got some numbers on her?
Yeah, Cade has limited plate appearances with only 6 at-bats, but has taken every bit of advantage on those. Has an .833 batting average at them, and 1,000 slugging average. So when she gets her chances, she's taking them.
She's at the opportunity here. Try to keep this inning alive. 2 outs. Runner at first. Co-Lin scored 3, looking for more here in the top of the 6th. They've made it a 7-4 contest. Robinson's pitch across for a strike. Well, as we anticipated, we knew business was going to pick up in this one. And it has here with 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Swing and miss there. Great job on that location and speed change on the part of Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, your coach, Andy, you know, you're blessed to have such strong starting pitchers with Burris and Jenkins, but you're really blessed to have someone like Emily there who you know you can count on in a situation like this game has gotten into right now.
0-2 pitch coming outside. Not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get it to chase. 1-2 now is the count. So waiting this 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts from Robinson to get out of the inning and stop the bleeding. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7-4 is your score. The Indians going to see if they can strike back in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Stevens, Boatner, and Patterson due up for the Indians. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Co-Lin puts a 3 spot on the board in the top half of the inning. ICC looking to answer here in the bottom half. Connor Stevens, Katie Boatner, and Mackenzie Patterson due up as that first pitch across for a strike. It is still Blanchard in the circle. Much like Burris, had a few little hiccups along the way, but then was able to settle down and has done a good job of letting her bats get her back into this game here as that pitch missing for a ball. Speaking of which, Blanchard did have that triple that drove in a run, part of that 3-run 6th inning.
Yeah, much like Jenkins for ICC, she bats as well as she pitches. But I was extremely impressed with her speed on that triple. I mean, there was no doubt that it was going to be a triple.
As now the count goes 1-2 here on Connor Stevens. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Hit the ball hard, but a great play in left field robbed her of an extra base hit. She's also struck out. There's a ground ball. Third baseman's going to glove it, throw it over, and just in time, got her by a step for out number 1. 5-3 for those of you that are scoring at home. Has 3 consecutive putouts by the third baseman for Co-Lin, and now this will be Katie Boatner coming to the plate. She is 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored and a single.
Yeah, the Indians have kept Brabham busy at third base today. She's made a couple of great plays in foul territory, and as you said, 3 in a row that she's put out.
That pitch paints the outside corner for a strike for Blanchard. She's quickly ahead in the count, 0-1 here to Boatner. Shout out to my buddy Michael Wildman checking in, coach out at Pontotoc, watching today's action. And there's another pitch at outside corner. And he's been giving that corner to both batters.
Yes.
And he's been consistently calling that a strike today.
That's the one that's inside on the right-handed batters, and so you can't complain about it on a lefty.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here to Boatner. That pitch is high, not a bad spot to miss there. Good eye on the part of Boatner to hold off and make the count now go 1-2. Well, if you're Co-Lin, you want to get Boatner here. You don't want to get her on base because trouble's due up. As a swing and a miss there for a Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 4th of the day for Blanchard. And this is what I'm going to finish my thought with. You've got Patterson, who is 3 for 3 with a grand slam, and Katie Rutledge, who is 3 for 3 with a triple. So the first 2 batters have accounted for 5 RBIs and 4 runs scored on 6 hits.
Yeah, definitely where the powers come from today.
And Patterson's going to lay down the bunt. It's going to roll foul. Now, that's a break for Co-Lin because if that ball doesn't roll foul, there's nobody covering first base, and Patterson reaches for the 4th time today.
And that's actually how she reached the last time. The second time she got on base today with that single. It was just a dead drop bunt.
So Patterson shows she can beat you with speed or she can beat you with power. Choose your poison. Pops this one up. The outfielder's going to jog back and camp underneath it. Jammed her a little bit that time. And the Indians do go 3 up, 3 down. That's the first time today that Patterson has been retired. ICC 3 outs away from winning game 1 here. ICC leads at 7-4, but Lady Mo, she's wearing that Detroit blue and white right now in favor of Co-Lin. Let's take a break here. A few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, Your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back as we head now to the top of the 7th. And if you're Co-Lin, you're right where you want to be. Top of that lineup. Miller, Maxwell, and Barberham due up here. As Emily Robinson in the circle in relief of Madison Burris, trying to pick up her 6th save of the year.
Leading off, number 1, Miller.
Miller had a single in her previous at bat. She did reach on a fielder's choice. And also walked and scored a run to start the contest. So she's going to try to get things started here for Co-Lin. That first pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bringing this action here. An instant classic brewing between ICC and Co-Lin here in Game 1. This is going to be a hit. It's going to go out to left field and a diving catch.
Fantastic diving play by Stevens.
Let's look at that one out there in left. You'll see it on the Little Caesars instant replay and makes the diving catch to rob Miller of the base hit. We'll look back at that one as a possible Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi play of the game if we get to that Renaissance Bank postgame report. One out now, nobody on. That pitch in there for a strike. This is Shelby Maxwell. She was hit by a pitch back in the first inning, singled in the third, and then grounded out to the shortstop to end the 5th in her previous at-bat. Trying to spark the bats here for Co-Lin. They scored 3 in the top of the 6th to make it a 7-4 contest. It was 4 in the bottom of the 4th on a grand slam by Mackenzie Patterson that proves to be the difference in the game right now. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Shelby Maxwell. Maxwell playing in center field. Going to have to dig in here, see if she can find her 2nd hit of the day. Infield is in, anticipating a bunt. That pitch goes high for a ball, as she is a slap hitter. Coming out of the left side of that box. So you know she's got a lot of speed. And that's what Co-Lin needs on the base. They don't need just speed, they need people on the bases right now.
All right, she does have 6 stolen bases on the year, so that gives you an idea that how she likes to run.
1-2 pitch coming. Swing on and miss for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 3rd of the game for Emily Robinson. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. And this is going to be Brabham coming to the plate. And now there's 2 away. Well, in this league, it ain't over till it's over, folks. Because we've seen some crazy things happen. And we get 2 teams together like this, craziness pretty much ensues. That first pitch high for a ball. ICC fans wanted that one for a strike. Not going to get that one.
No. Too high and outside both.
So 2 away, nobody on here. Top of the 7th, ICC leading 7-4. That pitch in there for a strike out of Robinson. Remind you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank postgame report, as this 7th inning is being brought to you by the ICC Indian delegation. Don't forget, it's time to schedule your tour of ICC, and you can do so by visiting visit tours.iccms.edu. That's tours.iccms.edu. The fall semester is planned to be back to normal, so you want to set up those tours now. Hard hit ground ball, and it's going to get through, and diving effort by Boatner at short. There's nothing you do with that one, as that was just blistered off the bat. Goes for the first hit of the day for Brabham. And now this is what we talked about. Trouble brewing here. Carter doubled in her previous at bat. She's 2 for 3 on the day. Not only did Carter double, then it was a triple, a single, and a single followed. So right here is exactly where Co-Lin wants to be in the lineup, even though there is 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first. You don't worry about the runner at first. They don't mean anything in this situation. Carter takes that first pitch in there for a strike. 2 outs. 0-1 is the count. Top of the 7th. Indians trying to find the out here and get the first win of the afternoon over number 3 Co-Lin, ICC ranked number 6 in the country. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 as she just changed the speed that time. Throws Carter at the plate. And Robinson quickly ahead in the count. She's already got 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts in the day. Can she get 4? Nope. Ground ball. This is going to be trouble. Robinson going to have to hurry to throw over.
Got her.
In time. Well, I didn't switch to it as the got caught up in the play there. 1-3 on the putout as the umpire had a little bit of a hesitation to call it safe or out, but was able to call it out after deciding. And ICC wins a thriller, 7-4 here in Game 1. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and come back with the Renaissance Bank post-game report. ICC wins Game 1, 7-3. Back with more right after this.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank post-game report. ICC with a 7-4 win in Game 1. An instant classic here between 2 of the top teams in the country. And that was 2 of the top teams in the country and what you expect when those 2 teams take the field here in Game 1. ICC 7-4 winners. Michael Upton, Adam Gore here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Remember, you can give to the ICC softball team through the ICC Indian Club. You can do so by visiting iccms.edu. Michael, your thoughts here on Game 1?
A fantastic match between 2 very strong teams. Great pitching on both, timely hitting on both, and ICC able to come out with a win due to their strong offense from the top of the lineup today.
Absolutely. We'll be talking about our play of the game, our star of the game, and more here in the Renaissance Bank post-game report. ICC 7-4 winners in Game 1. Let's take a look at that final line here this afternoon, as it was Co-Lin with 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. ICC 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Of course, those stats always unofficial because I counted those up in a span of 5 seconds before we got back on the Renaissance Bank post-game report. Blanchard, she falls to 8-1 on the year. Burris improves to 6-3, and Emily Robinson picks up her 6th save of the year. That continues to lead the NJCAA. there. All right, so let's talk about it. A lot of great plays going on today as we focus on our Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi play of the game. You got a lot of great choices, a couple of double plays, grand slam. Michael, I'm going to leave it up to you to decide what's going to be our Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi's play of the game.
Well, I think you'd have to go with Mackenzie Patterson's four-run home run, the grand slam that she hits that makes the difference in the game. I mean, she was a monster at the plate all day, but that really provides a difference in the score and would be a whole different ball game. We might still be playing instead of being in the post-game show right now.
Absolutely. Patterson did go 3 for 4 on the day. She did have that grand slam. She had 4 RBIs. She scored 3 runs, had a couple of singles, and stole a base as well. That was a tough top of the lineup for ICC today. Katie Rutledge backed her up today, going 3 for 3 with a triple, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base as well. We do have to talk about our Sonic star of the game, and it's going to be a tough choice in this one because you've got a couple of good hot bats, really good closing pitching.
Yes.
What are you going to go with, Michael?
You know, when it came down to it on the line, I think I'm going to give it this one to Emily Robinson. She comes in when Co-Lin is taking momentum. They're getting hit after hit after hit. They're scoring runs. She does come in and allow the first batter she faces to a single. But after that, she strikes out 3 of the next 5, ends the game, closes out strong, secures the win. So let's give that to Emily Robinson today.
Emily Robinson, our Sonic star of the game, picking up her 6th save of the season. She did face 7 batters, struck out 3 of those, surrendered 2 hits, but more importantly, got the Indians out of the jam. What a game one, folks. ICC wins it by the final score of 7-4. You don't want to go anywhere as we're finishing up our Little Caesars instant replays here, as that will do it. We'll take about a 20-minute break and come back with game 2 between ICC and Co-Lin. Back with that, again, in 20 minutes, ICC wins it 7-4 here in game 1.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.